I know a lot of people have been reaching out and wondering where the heck I've been. This is definitely the longest hiatus that I've taken from YouTube. I think it's like 5 or 6 weeks now since I've posted anything. And so I'm doing something I've never done before, and that is doing a little Q&A vlog style video just to give you some life updates, a few kind of memories of successes and things that failures of 2023, and a look ahead to 2024. If you want to know what's going on, stick around. I'm Brenda Earl-Stokes. I'm the owner and creator of Piano and Voice with Brenda. I make creative and practical resources for singers, pianists, and music educators to help you to become a more versatile musician. So where the heck have I been? Oh my goodness. Happy New Year. I'm posting this in early January of 2024. And as you'll see, I posted last Christmas back at the beginning of December, I think, and then haven't been back since. And so I thought I'd give you some life updates. I don't often talk about my life or plans on here. I'm usually just giving you straight up tutorials, but I thought maybe you might enjoy getting to know me a little better. So I thought the first thing that we could do is just take a look back to 2023. 2023 was a really busy and jam-packed year for me. And I wanted to share with you, some of the exciting things that happened here on the channel and in my teaching studio and things like that. So the first thing was this year in 2023, we somehow managed to get to 15,000 subscribers. So yay, I'm so excited about that. Thank you for everybody who has subscribed and followed. You can still do that now. Take a moment and do it. It is an incredible accomplishment to do that, especially nowadays when there's a lot of people that are posting on YouTube. And, it took me ages to get to 1,000 subscribers. And it was really amazing this year to hit the 10,000 mark and then to hit the 15,000 mark. It was really, really exciting. And it, gave me a lot of support and encouragement to feel like what I'm doing here on YouTube has value. It has meaning to you. And so, thank you so much for helping make that the dream. I plan for this year to go even further with that. And I want to see, I don't know if this is a pipe dream, but to get to 50,000 subscribers. So definitely we'll keep our eyes peeled on that. And I have some great things planned. In 2023, I created a ton of content. And just here on the channel, I posted, I think it's 42 tutorials on the channel. Those are long videos. So everything from song tutorials, of which I posted a ton, some tutorials on musicianship and accompaniment strategies, a lot of those things that are my usual go-to. So 42 was a ton. I was really, really proud of that. And I posted, I think, close to 100 YouTube shorts. And the YouTube shorts are fun because it's just a little tidbit. It has to be less than a minute, 60 seconds or less. And I can give you a little morsel of something to work on. And I know that people love these because if you're sort of scrolling around and you might say like, oh, a little chording strategy, let me give it a try. So I loved sharing those little bite-size clips with you. So, 42 full videos and around 100 shorts was pretty great. And if you've been following all along, I would love to hear, leave it in the comments below what your favorite video was I did in 2023. Was there one that really affected you the most or that you had the most fun with? I'd be dying to know what rocked your world last year. In addition to all of that, I do have my own business here that's outside of YouTube. And last year was a really banner year. I have a membership that I created a couple of years ago called the Versatile Musician. And I started experimenting with online courses back in 2018. I released a couple of courses called Piano Skills for Singers that sold like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them to singers and aspiring singers all over the world. And these were, little courses. Well, Piano Skills for Singers level 1 was quite little. Level 2 was quite massive. And I just really had no idea when I put it out there. I just was looking for a way to distill information to people in an inexpensive way so that they could get, my work, but without having to pay, the premium for private lessons. And I just couldn't believe the response. So after creating those courses, I created a course called Learn Jazz Piano, Piano Improvisation for Everybody. It just kept expanding. A crash course in solfege, a course in rhythm studies, and it just kept expanding. And so during the pandemic back in 2020 and 2021, I started to think about how could I make this even be more of a consolidated effort. And so I created a membership called the Versatile Musician. And this is my hub of all of my material. So I share lots of free content here on YouTube. But what a lot of people tell me is that cobbling together YouTube videos can be really confusing. You can kind of get stuck on things. You may not be able to find exactly what you need, or you may be having a hard time staying organized with everything. So I created the Versatile Musician as a place where you could get absolutely everything in one place. So all of my courses, lots of tutorials. And then a lot of the tutorials that I post here, the song tutorials in particular, I post those on the membership as well, kind of a premium edit of them. Plus, I include the printable that includes the lyrics and the chords. It also includes all of the, music notation. It's all in one place. So I know a lot of you who are, started out as YouTube fans and subscribers have come over there because it's really a lovely place where we have a nice community too. We also do 1 or 2 live workshops per month. So members will tell me what they want to work on, and then I will create the content. So just last night, I had a whole bunch of people asking for some specific theory content. So I wrote specific booklets based on people's requests and taught an hour-long workshop that I think there were about 30 people there. And then afterwards, I edited and put it up on the site. So it's really a cool place. If you want to know more about it, I'll leave a link below. And you can also enter coupon code GetStarted30 to get $30 off your first month. It's a really cool place. So with the membership last year, not only was I doing these live workshops at least once or twice a month, I taught some custom workshops that were available to the general public. So I did, I think, 3 or 4 of those last year. And then I created a bucket list course called Piano Technique and Ear Training. And I'm really, really proud of this. It was so much work. Holy smokes. So if you're wondering why I was tired at the end of the year, basically what it is it's teaching all of the technical basics, scales, chords, arpeggios, and the 1-4-1-5 cadence in all 12 keys. We do a key a week. So it's a 24-week course. We do a key a week. And I show you the close-up, the fingerings, hands separately, hands together. I give you technical tips. It's really as close as you could get to a one-on-one lesson as you could probably physically get to. On top of that, I wanted to include an ear training exercise every week. So at the end of the 24 weeks, you will have built your technique up to a very, very high level. I would consider an advanced level. And at the same time, in 2 or 3 minutes a day of practicing, building your ear training at the same time. So it's about 7 or 8 minutes of technical work per day. I've shown you how to break it down, maximum 10, and then 2 or 3 minutes of technical ear training exercises. So I have people who have gone through this and they cannot believe what they've been able to do with their ear training, with their piano skills. It's been really, really fantastic. So that was a huge, huge project that I finished last year, which I've been very, very excited about. So on top of that, I also teach private lessons here in my New York City studio. I also teach online via Zoom, and I taught a ton of students last year. I was really, really busy, and it was fun for me to be meeting some of my YouTube viewers who were like, I really love the way you teach. I really like to work one-on-one with you. So I had so many wonderful people like you reach out to me and say, hey, I'd like to take a few lessons. Some people who are taking one every week, some people who have taken 2 a month for a time, some people who just come in for a couple of lessons for me just to check in on a few things. So that's been a lot of fun. And I really enjoy getting to be meeting people here in my New York City studio and also on Zoom. I taught, I think, in 22 countries this year. Literally all over the world. So I have students in Indonesia and Australia and Germany and France. I mean, you name it. I'm all over the United States, Costa Rica. It's been so much fun for me to do that. And then the other thing that I'm really proud of that I was able to accomplish in 2023 is I finally recorded this album that I've been working on for years. Here I am teaching. I do a lot of music teaching, but I really am a performer and a songwriter too, and a recording artist. And the last record I recorded, called Solo Sessions Volume 1, came out in 2019. And in right after that record came out, I was invited to the Banff Centre for Fine Arts in Alberta, Canada, where it's absolutely incredible. It's up in the mountains. They give you a room with a grand piano in it. And I went there for 9 days to finally write this music that I have been sort of dreaming about, and writing, little notes and notebooks and singing songs into my voice memos on my phone. And I went in November of 2019. In 9 days, I wrote 8 songs for the record and was totally ready to record it in the spring of 2020. We know how that all turned out, don't we? Because when the world closed down, and then after that, in addition to all the stuff I do, I'm also a mom, and decided that the online schooling thing wasn't working. So I actually homeschooled my son for 2 years. Just to get him out of the craziness of all the distance learning and all the, school cancellations. And it was just very stressful. And so this project was tabled. And I almost felt like it was never going to get made. And the irony of this work is the album is called Motherhood. And it's it's 10 songs that I composed about the experience of mothering. And it's all stuff that I've been writing since I was pregnant with my son, a long time ago, and things that I've been meaning to do. So I was really excited in 2023. I said, this is it. It's time to do it. And so at the start of last summer, I went down into the bunker in a pretty substantial way. I cut back on my teaching a little bit. I pre-posted all my YouTube videos and really went underground over the summer. Thank goodness my kid also went to camp. So that was kind of perfect. And I recorded the album this fall. So all summer I was rewriting and practicing and working on my voice and working on my piano skills, and having a couple of vocal coachings and having some acting coachings, because there's a spoken word piece on it. And, in October I went into the studio and recorded it. And it felt like such a huge accomplishment. We went in, it was 2 days. We recorded everything live off the floor. And then I went in a couple weeks with some singers to do the backup vocals. So a lot of where my brain was this fall was in finishing it. And if you're interested in learning more about this process, I would be absolutely thrilled to make a video. So leave a comment below if you're interested more in what the recording process looks like, because you think you go into the studio and record it and that's it. Well, we had to mix it. So I'm the producer of the record. I'm doing all of the work myself. And so I had to go in and mix it with a mixing engineer, and that took us hours and hours and hours and hours, and then mastering it. Then there's a photo shoot, and you have to get the look for that. And, now we're in the final post-production stage now here in January. And, the design is being done, videos are being made, all that kind of stuff. So when I got to December of this year, I was at max capacity. I was making decisions about photos. I was in the studio several times with the engineer, listening to things, sending corrections back and forth. And so, by the time December rolled around, I'm like, okay, sorry, YouTube, I am done. So that was a lot of where I was at. And then one final note of, what was going on. And then I'm going to tell you some of the exciting things going on this year. So make sure you stick around to hear all that good stuff. Just from a personal level, the output that it takes to continue to do a YouTube channel, to continue to create all these courses. I think I filmed over 100 unique videos this year, in addition to the videos that I did for YouTube. The output process can be very, very exhausting. And I absolutely love it. I usually have gobs of energy for it. But in addition to the intense output to do this record, I was really, really tired. And I felt, this saying where you can't pour from an empty cup. I felt like my cup was very, very, very empty. And it was a relief for me to be able to take a breather. And so in December, when I was finishing up the details of the record, and, for my family celebrates Christmas, sort of secular Christmas, and all of that was going up. And I was like, you know what? I need a break this year. And so rather than do our usual big Christmas celebration here, we actually fled to, we went to London, England for a week. My family and I did, and traveled all around. So I didn't have to deal with the Christmas tree. I didn't do the Christmas cards this year. I just was like, you know what? I need a break. And it was a really fantastic thing to do. So I spent a lot of December just tying up these loose ends, teaching, a few more students before the end of the year, and then really gave myself a real break between about December 20th and January 2nd. So January 2nd was when I came back to teaching and, kind of got back to marketing the Versatile Musician and started, the workshops with them again. And I tell you, I have felt so refreshed and so relaxed and so ready. And, being away from home, we traveled just with carry-on luggage, the simplicity of all of that, of just getting up and saying, what museum are we going to go to? We actually went to Stonehenge on Boxing Day, which was kind of amazing. Just to have a break from all of it. And it gave me a lot of really great perspective. It energized me a lot and gave me a chance to really think about, what do I want to do this year? What am I really thinking might be good? What's going to be efficient? How am I going to best serve my students? How am I going to show up on YouTube this year? So, I'm excited to report all of that. So all is well. I've got my fizz back, back to my fizzy boobly, and, feeling ready for the year. So to look ahead of what you can expect from me in 2024, first of all, my record is coming out. Motherhood is coming out on Mother's Day in May. And before that, I'll be sending out some sneak peeks. I have a couple of singles that are going to come out from the record, and I'm actually making music videos for those. So I'll be super excited about that. If you want to follow along that, I actually have a separate YouTube channel for my artist site. So I'll leave that linked here. And a great thing that you can do if you want to keep on top of that, or you want to just support, is go follow me over on that channel, because I won't post very much of that here because the algorithm doesn't like it. It wants you to just post your teaching content on your teaching one and your artist on your other. But take a moment and make sure you follow me over there, because there's going to be some videos and behind the scenes things there. So that is something I'm very excited about this year. As for the YouTube channel, I have a long list of your requests of song tutorials that you want me to cover. And I'm very excited. I know a lot of you have been asking for 3 and 4 chord songs. So I have a whole bunch of, sort of easier songs that I'm going to be putting together to show you some accompaniment strategies that you can master to sing and play. I also have a couple of instrumental tutorials so that I'm going to show you how to break down a song if you don't want to sing and play, and if you want to just play it instrumentally. I have some great stuff there. And then just a lot of my usual practice tips and ear training and learning songs by ear and all of that good stuff. So make sure, again, leave me a comment below. Let me know what content you're excited about for this year. Things that you're interested in learning or things that you'd like more of. And, it's all up for grabs. Other than that, I'm just going to be doing my awesome cocktail of teaching and creating content for the Versatile Musician, and just living my best life in general, in New York City, making music and teaching people like you. This is what I love to do. It makes me feel terrific. So I have, nothing but gratitude and joy for all of the wonderful things that are on the docket. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Feel free to leave questions below. Let me know what content you're interested in, and I'll be back on my usual posting schedule. You'll be getting a video from me every Friday, and I will be posting some YouTube shorts. I have some that I just haven't scheduled yet that are in there, but my usual cheery stuff, breaking down music in an easy way that's digestible for you, so that you can learn some of the skills that you want to make music that you love. And that's all I have to say today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next Friday, where you'll get to see the first video of 2024. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.